So we use a lot of screens in our work and a lot of projection. And we wondered if it was possible to do something here that was outdoors and permanent. And so we started looking into the possibility of, there's all this outdoor advertising, and wouldn't it be interesting to think about how the sign is used? How can we rethink the idea of the sign as artwork, but, still keep in line with the screen that's in our everyday world and the technology that's all around us on a regular basis.
It all started about 2 years before the project got installed. It was just a concept to start with. I mean, there was a competition to put some art in this new condo building.
The way this competition came about was through what we call in Toronto the 1% for the Arts program. And the 1% of the Arts program actually exists in cities around the world. It's not unique to Toronto. In fact, you have them all over the US as well, in Europe. And what they are is they're ways to sort of have public art more out there in the public realm, because public art can be terribly expensive to produce. So cities get involved and they create these initiatives that they work together with developers on. Basically, the city says to them, okay, if you apply 1% of your building budget towards public artwork, then we can start talking about plans for your building, how that works, etc. So it's a commitment on both the side of the city and a commitment on the side of the developer that suggests that having public art in our world and in our culture is very important.
It's kind of cool project that it's not your usual advertising. It's art, and to have one of your signs become art is pretty cool. We're used to just having it selling something, where this one's not selling anything. It's there to kind of add some aesthetic to the courtyard, which is pretty cool. So we're quite pleased with that, just to do something different, a little more cutting edge or whatever you want to say, but just something new, something different is pretty cool.
So the idea was to start looking for sign companies that we thought we could work with that would be interested in an art project. I think for us, when we went down to Danville to the factory, one, it was super helpful just to see all the different possibilities, but two, to learn about the technology in fairly accessible ways and in a very hands-on way felt very important to secure us that this thing was going to work over time, and that these were being manufactured in the US. And also just super nerdy things, right, that you just don't think matter until you know how much they matter, which was the ceiling that was put around each light so that you knew that, this seal would work against weather. Things like that are really important. They may not be glamorous or sexy, but even for us, in an art world, we have to know that there's a durability here, and we have to know how it's made. So we started working with Watchfire as a way to think about having this thing in the world for a long period of time. And it was actually a really, really good synergy for us. We found the company was really engaged and helpful and excited about the project. So it felt like, people we could talk to.
People inside were always quick to answer questions, anything that we weren't sure of. We got a quick answer from Watchfire. They're always in the loop, always helping out. So anything we needed, they were awesome to work with. So that's one of the great things with Watchfire, is you don't feel left on your own. It was just a team effort, between us and Watchfire and Public Studio, and the people at Daniels Corporation who, they stayed involved. Everybody just sort of worked together. That's the thing I, talk about the most, is everybody worked together as a team. It was nice to see it all kind of finished, because seeing it under construction, and then to see everything all done, all the trees in, the shrubs in, all the artwork is done, signs up and running, just to see it finished. that's the best part.
It's incredibly bright during the day. It looks super beautiful at nighttime especially. So it just kind of hits all the right notes, I think.